doing ayahuasca regularly for a few months, and yeah, she took me to this ceremony. I was very happy. I thought, I was doing something very good for myself, for my healing. And the ceremony wasn't all bad, but I had basically no container. I had no idea what it was supposed to be like. No one prepared me for it. No one told me anything about it. I basically walked into a situation, something that I had no idea about, just trusting a friend and not fully grasping the importance of what was about to happen during the ceremony. What happened was I was puking at some point, and it was pretty like sudden and tough, and I had to go to the bathroom. I turned on the lights, and I didn't, because I know I wasn't supposed to, but I did it because I couldn't see anything. And this as I was puking, this snake appeared right in front of me. And the snake said, "I'm gonna fuck you up." And in English, I just felt gut punched because before that it wasn't. It was very actually peaceful and empowering. When that happened, I started feeling yeah, so bad, and yeah, just betrayed, wronged. It just became this really scary thing for me. I also took another shot of the medicine a few, maybe hours later. I don't even know. I was told something about myself that I had no idea about. I never thought could possibly be true. And I don't want to really disclose it, but it was like so opposite to how I felt all my life, and it was very jarring. And so the ceremony ended in a weird note where I was like, oh, this seemed like all fun and games and rainbows and happiness in the beginning, and then something wacky happening in the middle, and then I was out. I was taken over. I don't know how else to describe it. I don't know. Like, I know, like, possession is a kind of a, I don't know how to believe it, but that's how it exactly felt. And this voice was mean, very mean to me. It was as if like the my mind had turned on itself and was torturing me on purpose every second of my life. Like I was, like I was raising my left hand, and it was telling me, it's not your hand. You're not who you are. Like it was completely unhinged and turned against me. And that was the scariest thing. I can't even explain how I was overtaken by these horrific voices, feelings, like thoughts. I was hearing things. I was having crazy dreams, and those voices did not belong to me. Like they really weren't me, and I was shocked and terrified all the way, like all the time. People thought I was normal, and I was just sitting there with them, and there was these things going on through my mind, and I was just terrified, like, 100% of the time. That I cannot describe the amount of mental anguish one feels when you're going crazy, like you're losing your mind, but you're also aware and you can't stop it, and you don't know what to do, because if you speak out, if tell someone, like, well, how are they going to react? Like, I didn't know what to do with myself. I lost 4 or 5 pounds in like a week, 2 weeks. I wasn't eating anything. Yeah, I was a mess. I'd never been in that state. I'd never been even close to that state. I don't think I had experienced real anxiety before. Like, I can't tell you, like I was still, very, very disturbed. But the second you told me, we can fix this is a ceremony that, was not done properly, and I will help you. I can't, I'm gonna cry. I can't describe the feeling that, someone, yeah, in that state. That's all I wanted to hear. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, because it was like I'd never experienced anything like this before. I knew that this wasn't a switch that I could just turn, somebody could turn on and off, but I knew it was going to be challenging. But that's why I guess I sought you out because, yeah, I wanted someone to tell me, like, these things might happen in these ceremonies or whatever, like I knew it was ayahuasca related for sure. I was crying in every session. I was crying so much, and I just I wanted to believe you so badly, but at the same time, it was very hard. My life was every moment was hard. Let me put it that way. It took an impossible amount of strength and goodwill to move on to the next moment. I was really, I wanted to die. I'm sorry, like disclaimer, but like for, suicide. Yeah, I just could not deal with the sheer experience of it all, like so much ups and downs and so much mental anguish. It was hell. It was the darkest year of my life, and I have the journals to kind of, prove it. If I heard someone else talk about this like this, I would like, I don't know if I could relate before, because how do you not know who you are? How do you not know your own thoughts? Like, what does that even mean? And I am telling you, it happened to me. It happened to me. And there were moments where your voice was kind of my anchor rather than my own voice. It's a process, and it's more not to scare anyone, but it's a serious thing to embark on this journey. It's not for the lighthearted. It's not a quick fix. That was one of the things that I really realized. We're always looking for a quick fix because life can be painful and we want to get rid of things. It's not like that. So have faith. And if you have good shaman, a good community, a good therapist, someone, a guide, then it just makes the whole thing a lot easier. Being prepared, going through a trip, however, it treats you there, and then coming out and there's still, someone there to take you to the other side of things. I can say that yes, it is the medicine of love, because whatever happened, however, sorry, difficult it was, I still am happy that I have found the strength and my way back into my own self. That was my, I guess, self-love journey, and that's what I needed to happen. It took me to the same place, but with a deeper understanding and love of myself. Whatever happens, like you said, it gives you a different sense of empowerment to come through something like this. The gifts are like so many. The empowerment, like I am fearless in a different way, if I can say. I was clueless before. Now it's more like I know my boundaries. I guess I know who I am much more now, and I can't give myself up like that. Like I know better than to give my power away in that way. Now I have more respect for the mystery that is. Like I think before I thought this was all figure outable. I have to say I'm in a better place because of this. Like despite everything that it brought on, it just gave me a lot more tools and a lot more understanding about human nature and my own and everyone else's. I'm wiser.